get a pen, get a paper, and let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shaneil, and today we're going to talk about all the costs associated with purchasing a home. Buying a house is one of your biggest investments and one of the most expensive investments. I'm just here to give you a heads up as to the different costs to expect when you start your house ownership journey. I have my list here. The first thing is the first thing that you're going to spend when you have found that house that is within the budget that you have set out and it meets your non-negotiables. The first thing that you are going to spend is the deposit, which is usually 5 to 10% of the sale price of the house or the offer that you gave to the owner in order to purchase the property. So it's either 5 or 10%. You have transfer fees. To your attorney, you pay half of transfer fees, and the transfer fees include you pay half of stamp duty, which is $5,000, so you pay $2,500. You pay half of registration fee, which is about 0.2% of the sale price. There is a fee for the sales agreement that you have between yourself and the current owner of the property. There's also a cost to draft for your attorneys to draft a letter of possession and TRI, which will be used to bring to the utilities companies so that you can have the bills transferred into your name as the new owner. You also have your attorney's fee. Of course, you have to have an attorney. From the start of the process to the end of the process, you have to have an attorney. Attorney's fees can be about 3% of the sale price. When you have made your deposit and you're now engaging the bank, they're going to ask you to provide a valuation report and a surveyor's report. These are done by two different persons. You have a valuator and you have a surveyor, and they both have different costs. They usually ask you where is the property located and the sale price of the property. Based on that information, they will provide you with their price. Some valuators do a percentage of the sale price. Some of them have a flat fee. So you just have to shop around when it comes to finding your valuator and your surveyor. Bank processing fees. Now this is a big one. I can tell you that much. It is about 2%, 2 to 3% for your bank processing fee, and the processing fee includes stamp duties, credit bureau fees, registration for the property, as well as for some persons who may be using their parents' benefits from NHD, they do charge a guarantor's fee as well. So that's it. That is encompassed into your bank processing fee. And the last expense to look out for is property insurance, also known as peril insurance. This is paid annually. Yeah, every single year you have to pay property insurance on your property, especially if you're going through a mortgage house. The banks ensure that you do this before they even disperse the funds to the owner. These are the different costs to look out for, to anticipate when you are about to purchase your own home. So I recommend that you save between 10 and 15% of the sale price of the house that you're looking for, or based on the pre-approval letter that you received from the bank stating the maximum amount of money that they would lend you. Save about 15% of that. Have that down in a nice investment account, building interest, while you try to hunt for a house that is below the maximum that you have, below the maximum amount. If you are doing renovations, this is another thing to note. If you're doing renovations and you want the bank to provide you with a loan to complete the renovations, contractors charge about $10,000 or 2% of the quotation that they will provide you. So that's also something else to consider, especially if you are looking to purchase a fixer-upper. One last thing. You may be wondering, why haven't I said property tax? Well, when you're just purchasing a home, the current owner is responsible to pay up all property taxes before they hand it over to you. So in the first year, you don't have to worry about property tax just yet, because banks are going to ask for a certificate of tax from the owner to prove that they have paid up all the taxes to date. So don't worry about property taxes just yet, but that is something to consider in your maintenance cost of your property. So for maintenance cost, you have utilities, property tax, and property insurance. So those are things to consider as we go along. Plus the mortgage, of course. Gotta pay the mortgage. I know I've said a lot. It sounds like a lot of money, but don't be daunted. The money will come back. Don't have any anxiety around it. It is one of your best investments that you can make. The value of the house is going to appreciate over time. So don't worry about the amount of money that you'll spend. Just be proud of yourself when you have attained that goal. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And I will see you next week for another video as we navigate life together.